When I look at this trailer, they have Chewbacca doing some badass things. Yes.
Damn.
That dude, he's in a wheelchair the rest of his life.
No, he's dead. No, he is this next snap. Right? Look how vertical he is. He's dead.
Well, he's at least not breathing on his own anymore.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go in and download this. On a perfect day, we will get a trailer, download it, have some time to prep for it, and get all the things in it that we like and don't like, and give you a well-planned review or reaction to it. Right now, though, the trailer just dropped in the middle of the show, and we just got it. A lot of people have been sending it to us, so this is going to be a fresh reaction. And so that means that it's going to be probably more honest than any other reaction that we have. No time to sit back and think about it.
Yeah.
No time to go back and make notes and ponder. No. You're going to get probably the most honest opinion.
Raw and unfiltered.
Raw and unfiltered.
Mine are always that way because I never watch them before I get in here.
No, Martin, I take long walks. I meditate for a little while. I consult with my guru about...
You take the trailer out to dinner.
Yeah, all that.
Get to know it.
And live with it for a few hours.
Meet its family.
Yeah, and then I come back. But I'm not going to have that today. So let's go ahead and take a look at... I guess before we had a teaser, which is what they do today, and now we have, I'm thinking, a trailer. Solo, as in Han Solo.
You might want to buckle up, baby.
Y'all can talk shit about me. Y'all can sit back here and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all can sit up here and root against this movie all you want to, but that shit looks good. I'm not good. Yeah, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's the
I don't know. You know what, Martin? Let fill me out. No, I ain't. Look, notice I ain't going. No, really touch me. No, no, I'm not. If you notice, I ain't going full shit mode with this. But I'm looking like, well, all right, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, it all looks good. I mean, it has plenty of potential. I like a lot of stuff I see. I think Woody Harrelson is really going to make this movie.
You think Woody Harrelson's going to make it?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let's get to that in a little bit. Look, today for a Star Wars movie, just hear me out.
Go ahead.
Because I know people already, regardless of what you think, I'm not a Star Wars purist. I know some shit that I'm almost ashamed to know about Star Wars, but I'm not on the level of any of y'all out there. So I'm just looking for a good movie. Right. Not even a Star Wars movie. I'm looking for a good movie.
A good adventure.
A good adventure. So looking at this, y'all are promising right down to him out there, and let me see where I get right here. Because right now, y'all are promising like a Western. And I'm seeing things in there that get to there. I mean, we got the cheesy things like the holster and, the standoff. I get that. That's kind of cheesy. But then I'm looking at things like right there, man. That feels like old-fashioned Star Wars to me. Rubber creatures, dusty areas, shady characters. This takes me back. Now, I'm not trying to be a purist about A New Hope, but this takes me back to the first Star Wars and what I was seeing it that really made me like it.
It looks like a place that has a filthy bathroom.
Yeah.
Which is what you got with the first movie.
But that was what was cool about Star Wars is that we weren't dealing with Flash Gordon and space being all slick in 2001. We were dealing with we were kind of dealing with a Western in space. We were going and hanging out with shady people. We were hanging out with criminals. We were hanging out in dirty places.
Morally ambiguous characters.
There you go. And while I don't expect before, I don't know how Martin and I got on it. We were talking about Han Solo being a space pimp, going around slapping hoes and getting money and all that. That
was more you.
Shooting heroin. Okay, I had my own fantasy of Han Solo. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, look, man, from what I'm seeing here, they tried to listen to fans. They cut back on a lot of the CG. A lot of these, and it's in there, a lot of these feel practical. And I feel like the atmosphere is real. I feel like the atmosphere is lived in. I feel like it's tangible.
Yeah.
And a lot of the CG stuff that they're showing here, okay, cool. But you know what? It's nowhere, what I'm looking at right here, ain't nowhere near that fucking casino I saw.
Right.
And what Canto Bite?
What?
I think it's called Canto Bite.
In The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I can't go by anything here. I'm gonna pass it on to you, Sammy, but I'm gonna go touch on some other things here, but this already looks better than The Last Jedi to me.
Looks, as in like stylistically looks.
But the benefit of having a Han Solo story is that it's part of the bigger canon that we're kind of getting tired of. I know it probably is sacrilege to even go ahead and touch Han Solo, and then again, fuck man, what's with you and grabbing dicks right now? But no, but Han Solo, we would say, man, we want to get out of this universe. However, it's still a standalone film.
Sure.
And it can do a little more with its freedom than it could with those other movies where they are forcing the mythology into that original trilogy.
Yeah, but
what we have now, this new trilogy.
Well, what's disappointing in the newer movies is that they're at a spot where it's like you're primed to branch off and do new things, and yet they keep dragging it back to the same point.
Right.
Where this is supposed to be there, and yet we're seeing stuff that's like you said, more expanded of the universe that looks different.
Yeah. Oh, and your boy, I was doubting it. I was doubting your boy Danny Glover being
Donald Glover.
I mean, God damn it!
I mean, that'd be interesting to see Danny Glover do it.
I think he would be too old for that shit, though.
no, they
That was perfectly used.
Yeah.
I would love if they brought Danny Glover in
So
and
he
tried
can
to
whisper all his lines.
Then like put like some dye in his hair, put a wig on him. No, I'm a space millennial, really. What's up, space kids? I'm just like y'all, got my space skateboard and everything.
Totally tubular, right, dudes?
I'm making. Hey, you want to listen to my mixtape? But Donald Glover, I just saw Donald Glover in something that he was amazing in. He was amazing in. I'll talk to you about it afterwards, man.
Okay.
But I was like, man, can't nobody else be Billy D. Williams. That guy is one in a million, a class of his own. But I look at this and I'm like, Donald Glover got that swag though.
You got a line on a ship?
Yeah, I know a guy. He's the best smuggler around.
I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
Got that space Colt 45 going on.
Got that blue milk.
Man, look, he's caught it. The only thing that I can
Everything you heard about me is true.
So you think Mark? You think he's doing an imitation too bad? Then you don't.
No. I think he's not quite there enough.
Yeah.
Really?
He's a little Donald Glover.
He's way more Donald Glover than he is Lando Calrissian or Billy D.
You know what I
Williams.
like about that though is that prevents him from being an imitation.
Sure.
Or,
I mean,
or mimicking Billy D. Williams.
he's no more Billy D. Williams than Alden Ehrenreich is Han Solo. I mean, it's Harrison Ford. So, I mean, for better or worse, they match each other.
Yeah.
And it's up to your imagination to figure out where those guys, what happens to them between this and Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, and they say they're doing things in here with Billy D. Williams' character that is not even about him, like his sidekick. His bottom bitch that he got in here is a female-voiced android that actually built herself.
Oh.
Yeah, so that they might be bringing some things in. She's like, I ain't got to listen to shit from anybody.
You know what? That means this movie is a real opportunity for them to bring in some characters that they can use in later movies.
Yeah, yeah. What are you thinking so far, Sammy?
I'm thinking they watched Black Panther and was like, wait, black people spent how much on this movie? Hold on. All right. What black character? Okay, let's put him at the forefront of this trailer and let's make him the centerpiece because nobody can really say a bad thing about him. He has one of the hottest shows on TV right now. He's an accomplished artist in his own right. Everything they say about what's the guy's name? Han Solo, the character Han Solo, the actor who's playing him?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Alden Ehrenreich. Everything they said about him was awful. Nobody said a good thing about him. He doesn't look like him, doesn't sound like him, doesn't have the swagger like him. But Donald Glover, they're like, well, this guy's the hottest ticket we have right now, and we have him in a good chunk of the movie. Let's go ahead and play to that. And it works because I'm all on board for this guy.
The only bad thing about me seeing him in this trailer is that I don't want to see Han Solo. I want to see him.
Yeah, no, and that's what I've always been the guy, you can go back on podcasts I've done years ago where it's like, fuck a Han Solo movie. I want to see a Lando movie.
Sure.
I've always wanted to see a Lando movie because I know what Han Solo is and does. I only know a little bit from Billy D. Williams in those two small roles that he does. And it's like, he seems like he's more interesting. And you can even have the Falcon there the whole time, too.
That he goes from being a smuggler to a guy running a city.
Yeah.
Like a mayor.
You know something, man? I agree with you. I mean, I guess the thinking is that you can't do. Well, yeah, you could. You could do a. I keep wanting to say Billy D. Williams. No, you could do a Lando Calrissian movie. You can do a Lando movie, and then just have Han Solo show up at the end or something.
Yeah.
Or just do some cameos here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, then you could have got that kid who looks just like Harrison Ford to pop in.
And had somebody just do his lines, because that dude, he looks just like Harrison Ford, and he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
But this, y'all look it up. Guy who looks like Harrison Ford, he looks just like him.
Yeah, he's in Age of Adeline.
More than this dude.
Yeah.
But I look at this. I'm like thinking, man, that's my problem with this, is that I'll deal with this movie. Now, when I say it looks good, I'm talking about it looks good as an adventure movie.
Right.
Can I watch this?
As it should.
Yeah. Can I watch this and just say, all right, if I watch it by itself and I really don't want to connect it to the Star Wars universe, which I know it is, but if I don't want to, can I still enjoy myself? Can I not nerd out to the point of being that annoying guy? There's a possibility that you could here.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my problem with it, though?
What's up? Sure.
I called it right before we even started the whole trailer, and that was, oh man, I can't wait to see how he gets his gun. I can't wait to see how he gets the Falcon. I can't wait how we do all these things that we know he's going to have or get at some point. And in the trailer, they did at least 2 of them, where what's his name? Woody Harrelson gives him the gun, smells it, gives it to him, obviously, and then the gambling, where that's how he lost the Falcon, was in a card game. So they're going to show me that. It's like, I don't need to see that. I can't be as interesting as it is in my head already.
It's funny because I often say that, like, as much as they talked about the Clone Wars, when they actually showed it, I was like, this is, it was so much better than what I thought about. But those 2 small things, the way they got brought up, I kind of feel like, I do want to see that.
And then the Kessel Run, I'm pretty sure is in there as well, to the Parsecs thing and everything. So it's like, do you really have to go off of just the few things that have been said about this character or that we know about him? Can you do something new? And the only thing that would be new as of right now would be the crew that he's a part of, with Woody Harrelson leading, and Daenerys, what's her name?
Amelia
Clark and her character.
Yeah.
You know.
I was trying to. I love that scene right here where Chew is about to get his head.
But is he gonna die?
And then I'll clone him.
By the way, can I bring up one other thing?
What's up?
Malala canon now? Amala, his wife from the Star Wars Holiday Special. Did you see him put head to head with another Wookiee?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm trying
Did they bring her back?
Did she die?
No, but the thing is that the Star Wars Holiday Special got erased after Disney was like, we're wiping canon.
He has a family. He has a wife and kids.
Was it Itchy and Sneezy or Grumpy? What's his grandpa's name?
I think he just had one kid who was always kind of like.
And so have they retconned him out?
Yeah. They definitively said everything that's not in the books and the Holiday Special, retcon, done. Disney wiped it.
Yeah. Again, it's almost like, I said this before, it's like Chewbacca's trying to avoid child support, man. Like he had a kid and never brought his ass up. Like he just goes traveling with Han Solo so he don't have to go home.
Yeah.
But in this trailer, he was with another Wookiee.
And you will never be disappointed.
It's like, okay. I don't. Maybe that's a bro or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Lumpy was his son.
Oh, Lumpy.
Lumpy was his son. Itchy and Mala was his wife. So is that his wife that he's leaving behind to go on these adventures with?
That's the last time she saw him. In fact, he's
until Life Day, of course.
He's telling her right now, babe, I'm going to get some milk. I'll be back.
I'll get some cigarettes.
This fucking guy, if I don't go with him.
Yeah. Babe, Han, I owe him a favor. I'll be back.
Right.
Yeah. I wish when you were talking, I was trying to find the part with the gun.
Because, where he just tosses it at him?
Yeah. What part was that?
I can't even remember.
Yeah. Was it the campfire?
They're at a campfire. Woody Harrelson smells it first and then tosses at him.
Oh, let me see here. So they're at a campfire. There it is. There, right there. Yeah, I saw that too, and I kind of rolled my eyes because that's the thing that I wanted to avoid. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I don't want to know where that vest came from.
Right.
That motherfucker went to the Gap and bought it. That's it. I don't want to. I don't need to know where his gun came from. The NRA would love this galaxy. There's guns everywhere. He picked up one when somebody dropped it.
Fire. I waited a long time for a shot like this.
Yeah, he actually blessed the shit too. Did you see that? Like Woody Harrelson made a point out of kissing it, so hey, he shot Greedo with this.
It's your signature gun. Here you go, toys, and then that's it. I don't know. Unless there's some real deep significance, but there never was one.
And maybe that's not the gun. We don't know. Maybe.
But it looks like it, smells like it. Apparently, when he kissed it. So I mean, it might as well be. They wouldn't emphasize it so much if it wasn't.
She's smelling that.
It's a nice gun right here.
Cordite.
Yeah, he like smell like you, hon. Must be yours. All right.
And then that was the first gun he got, and that's how he got into crime, and that's the whole thing. It's like And that's kind of the big thing about this. Like, I don't need to see it. And the thing is that if the guy was convincing, if Alden Eric, whatever his name is, if he was convincing, if I liked him, if I was rooting for him, just like, oh yeah, that's definitely Han Solo, I'd be on board with this. But the fact that he's just not, his hair's all floofy, he looks too clean.
Floofy.
Yeah, he looks too clean. He doesn't have the swagger. He's walking with Emilia Clarke. His legs are like bow-legged. He doesn't.
Yeah, but it looks
he's
like
awkward.
it's before he has any swagger. I mean, he's like he at least the impression I'm getting, he's a bumpkin. He's a kid from Kansas who's come to the big city and getting mixed up with criminals.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like to me. It's like I'm again, the counter argument to that is that, you know, finding Chewie and everything, that's one thing, you know. But I think a lot of people, they complain when they say, I don't want to see some guy just being Harrison Ford. And then they get to a point where you see some guy who has not become that character yet. And then we complain about, well, you know, how come he ain't Harrison Ford? I'm not saying that's you saying. I'm just saying, so I've heard some people say that, and it's just kind of like, well, you know, they're trying to do things to keep it in a good middle ground. They're not trying to mimic things, and they're not trying to recreate something. At the same time, they got to put in things that you recognize because it is Han Solo.
Right, but if he had at least his own charisma, I'd even be going with it. But to me, he doesn't. To me, it's like the leader from Ready Player One. Who's that guy's name? The main actor of Ready Player One,
Ty Sheridan.
Yeah, like it's like, yeah, he's a good actor, but for me, he didn't have quite the charisma you'd want for like a leading man, in my opinion. And I feel the same way about this guy who should be leading man material.
I would give you that. I would give you that one thing right there. He is not selling this trailer.
Yeah,
this poor kid, everything is selling this trailer
except him.
Except him. You know, I'm looking at this, and you know, there's just things in here where he feels like he's overwhelmed. You know, all the special effects, all the background, all the atmosphere here. You know, all this stuff is selling this more than I think that he's selling it. You know, shit. I'm looking at this right here. That fucking tentacle is selling this movie more than he is.
Yeah.
You know, it's but then there are some characters that I saw that I thought I would not want to see again. I'm like, okay, if you can keep them being a badass, then and have them just do cool things, then I like that. Chewbacca, yeah. Did I need to see him? Did I need to see how him and Han Solo, like I said, how they went to high school together and became friends and whatnot? No, I didn't need to see that.
Life Debt or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But when I look at this trailer, they have Chewbacca doing some badass things. Yes,
damn.
Yeah. That dude, he's in a wheelchair the rest of his life.
No, he's dead. No, this is his next snap. Right? Look how vertical he is. He's dead.
Well, he's at least not breathing on his own anymore.
Yeah. That dude has never forgiven Chewbacca for that. That's why you ain't never seen his family. That dude had them killed.
Yeah.
You know, it's I don't know, man. I'm keep in mind, I'm not sitting up here thinking like, oh, they've done it. This has succeeded as a film. I have more confidence in this for a lot of things. Oh, and here's another thing. I don't know. Is this Paul Bettany in this?
Yeah.
I don't know who he's playing, but I'm just kind of like, wow, man, y'all went way too far at that scarred villain thing. Right
That looks like a Star Trek villain almost.
Yeah. It looked like somebody threw 5 cats at his face right there. And they just slid down. It was like, all right.
There's Chewbacca.
Yeah, that motherfucker went uber Nazi on everybody right there. It's like one scar would have been enough. Maybe 2, but fuck, man.
And bloodshot eyes.
Well, it does explain why he's so mad. I mean, one star can look handsome and cool, but like that,
yeah.
It is like that. He's like, fucking Han Solo dropped a crate of cats on me, and I will seek him to the end of the universe.
Got that grill treatment right there.
See, it grilled his face. Yeah, you know what? The reason why I look at that, and I'm a little hesitant, is because it takes me back to how. Okay, are you making him evil because of his appearance, or is he good? Is there good motivation for him? I've been kind of, no pun intended, kind of scarred myself ever since watching the prequels. And they had
Darth Maul.
Insidious, Darth Maul. And they were talking about how badass he is. And it's like, okay, you have the 2-sided lightsaber and you have on crazy face paint. You know,
right.
That was it. There was no characterization to him.
right.
I don't think that'll be the case here. And I'm not saying that they succeeded.
Well,
This is a trailer.
Ray Park is a stuntman, and Paul Bettany is an actor.
There you go. There you go. So he will already automatically, hopefully, be better right there. Listening to the backstory of this film and hearing what people had to say, I'm willing to give the movie a chance. Not by any means saying that this is something that is going to be great. I mean, there's still things that aren't selling. Sammy was right. Your main character, who's supposed to be Han Solo, is not selling this. but everything else is. It makes me think.
His walk is like that's the sound I hear in my head when he does it.
I'll have a sarsaparilla. and some cow juice for my big hairy friend. It's
So you got to walk and act at the same time, and that's why you had to get the coach because you can't do it.
I got it, man. I got nothing. I'm saying I got it from people out there. I get it. We still have to wait to see the movie, but am I feeling a little more? Am I feeling better about it?
Yeah,
I am. I'm the person that likes the dirty Star Wars, and they're giving me that here. I'm the person that likes the standalone movies, something that's away from this main trilogy that we keep going with. Where I don't care what you say, that shit is kind of it's being made up as it goes along.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I would rather watch these standalone movies that I enjoy more. Rogue One is something I enjoyed. This has the look and feel of Rogue One already. There are things to be wary of that we've said. The whole iconography. Yeah, look, it's here. We got that, but I think that they're making choices that make me feel better. They were talking about how the two directors before,
Miller and Lord,
how they were just trying to make this too much of a comedy, how they were doing so many takes because they were doing so much improvisation, and Ron Howard came in, and somebody, this might be gossip, but somebody said, man, dude shot everything they shot that took us like about 2 months. He shot like in a week. Yeah. Because and they said like, yeah, everything seems to be moving for the better. Disney made a wise decision. Looking at this, I want to give that a chance.
Sure.
I don't think it's going to make. I don't think it's going to be great. I don't need this movie, but I'm not hung up on Star Wars and continuing it like everybody else is. If you just give me a movie that I can enjoy and have fun with, that's all I'm asking for. Mm-hmm. I mean, how do you feel?
I just want a movie with less characters. I mean, I just so many teams, so many. I get the original trilogy had 4 main people with like Obi-Wan making 5, and then the villains. But at the same time, like with Rogue One, I really didn't like that movie all that much because there's just so many people not to develop. And this one, we know a lot of these people, so it has that advantage. But then they add like Foxy Brown, they add like a bunch of other characters and other team members, and it's like, okay, do I got to get to know and fall for these people also? And it's just they haven't been able to do that so well, Disney and Star Wars lately, with The Force Awakens. Rose, biggest misstep you can think, right? So I just want less. I want them to focus on characters. That way I can love them and root for them. Even if the movie's not all that great, at least I can care a little bit about it.
Yeah, I hear you saying. I was trying to look up, your Foxy Brown right here. Yeah. There are things that make me think, okay, could this work? Could it not? Original Star Wars came out 70s. Having a chick with an afro in there, nice throwback to that era.
Yeah.
Are they doing this sort of like a blaxploitation nod? If they do that, maybe not so cool. Maybe it's something that kind of stands out for no reason. There's a lot of things that we can't tell here where, until we see the actual movie. But leaning towards what I see, I'm more excited for this movie than I was seeing that teaser. Mm-hmm.
And I feel the same way. And I said Foxy Brown. No, that's a good thing. I like that there's more characters, more diversity. There's black people in Star Wars, in the galaxy. That's cool to me. But at the same time,
2 so far. So far, it's only been 2.
I mean, well, yeah, it's Finn and that.
And Lando.
So now, and I'm like I'm saying, the fact that they're adding is good.
The galaxy's best black friend. Only 2 in all these systems.
Yeah, did they segregate him to another galaxy or something? Like in a galaxy far, far away, but then not the black galaxy though.
You know Lando? Yeah, I know Lando.
Of course I do.
He's cool for a black dude.
That's right. There's only 3 now total. Like total, all 10 movies.
They're everybody's black friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half a part Jimmy Smith's, I think.
Which is why that there's some like black planet somewhere that we don't see.
Right.
But yeah, man, looking forward to it. Martin, you haven't said too much. How do you feel?
Oh, I haven't said much because I feel a lot like you do. I'm not queenie about Star Wars, and I don't, I'm not going to go like, well, they said this before and it's not here and all that. Yeah. And seeing this trailer, I'm a lot more excited for this movie than I was before. And which is to say, before I was just very blah and I don't need this. But and just when it started, I thought to myself, man, if they just make it a good adventure, I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. And this looks very much like it has all the potential to be. I like the new, all the different vehicles and machinery they're showing. I mean, I'm kind of geeked about that. It's just expanding it that way with what's possible in this world. And there's every bit of it having stumbles, but it looks right now like something like, okay, this is on the schedule for this year, and I'll be happy to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll end with that because that's an amazing point that you put out there. It's funny how he's not so much a character in here.
As far as we know.
Alden, what's his name?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Right. As far as we know, because the trailer really ain't pushing him that good.
Right,
yeah.
right.
But this world is a character. And that's what I've been a big fan of, sometimes more than these characters themselves.
Sure.
So, yeah, something I'm looking forward to. How about you, Chris? Just real quick. Awesome.
No, in terms of, you were talking about the world itself, I like that it's so lived in and there's puppets everywhere. I mean, that was one of my big problems with The Last Jedi. It felt so fake, like they were rendering the movie while I was watching it. And it just didn't work for me at all. And I just want to see a casino sequence in Star Wars where I'm not, having my head in my hands.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get back to. I want to get back into the shadiness.
Yeah. And actually, what I do want, I hope they do this, those dumb CGI goat horses in The Last Jedi, I hope someone's eating one.
What is your problem? Okay, what is your
What's
problem?
wrong with it?
What is your problem? I wish I had the mic. I got to change the batteries. Come here, man. What's your problem? God damn it.
All right. Just remember, you opened this door.
I know.
See, there's no Puerto Ricans in there.
There's no Latinos. No raza represented.
I mean, I was gonna say that, but
Yeah, what is
Chewbacca's Mexican. He's fine.
I'm with
Diego
Sam.
Luna.
It feels paid by numbers. I don't need to see the gun. I need to see this shit. And to be really honest, when I saw Last Jedi, I went with, people told me it's gonna be okay. Let me see it. I ended up really not liking that movie, and just seeing this, I need to be blown away. I need a reason why I need to spend $15 in theater, because I'm gonna have not Civil War. God,
got that on the brain so hard, man. That's why you don't like this, because it ain't Civil War. Let's cut to the
Infinity
chase.
War.
Infinity War, yeah.
He's like, there's no Black Panther.
There's no Black Panther. That's it. Yeah, I got Black Panther. It's coming out. Deadpool is also coming out really soon. There's like a bunch of good movies that are gonna come out. And why should I say this? There's nothing exciting me here.
I can see your point when you say this. Just
why are you laughing?
Because by your reasoning, everybody who makes a movie goes, well, man, I don't know. They got an Avengers movie coming out this year, so should we even do this?
There you go. You have it. After the Avengers Infinity War, nothing should come out.
No more
after that.
movies. Just that forever.
Yeah, forever. No, but
I see your point. There's a lot coming out.
Yeah.
And this is kind of getting buried behind the things that you want to see.
yeah, it's getting very.
It's getting in the way.
It's getting in the way.
Even though it's coming out after, but
maybe I see it after, but I need to see a little bit more. I need something. The characters look good. The main guy that's playing Han Solo, I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing his name. Doesn't even appeal to me. He doesn't look like Han Solo. Everybody else, it looks interesting for sure. The special effects look good, and I'll say this: the render in the special effects, definitely, they took more time in the rendering. They took more time in the details in the CGI, so that is a plus. I'll give them that. But the main focus why I go see a Star Wars movie is the story. Why should I care? And it's not pulling me in. I might be wrong. Who the fuck? I might be wrong. And I want to be wrong. No, I want to be wrong. That's the whole thing. Because I went with such hopes with Last Jedi. And after I saw it, it's like, well, that movie was totally pointless.
You know what? I think that's the difference between you and me. Like, I didn't have big hopes for The Last Jedi. Like, that main trilogy, I'm not with it anymore, man.
I know you like Phantom Menace, Attack on the Clone version of the city.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'll bring you up here and you do this shit.
Make a mockery of my courtroom.
Exactly. Get the fuck out of here with that. Don't you ever utter those words in the studio again. Goddamn Puerto Rican. I watched somebody capture that. They're going to use that as a sound bite. Goddamn Puerto Rican. Put that shit on.
Sound like Fred Sanford.
I know. Y'all going to use it with some other part of the show. I hate Puerto Ricans. Goddamn Puerto Ricans.
I don't think Puerto Ricans look good at all.
I'm not looking forward to Puerto Ricans.